and outreach.
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows,
here we're a family.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
We are family.
We are family.
We are family. We are family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
Social media shows
is about
branding, opportunity,
and outreach.
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows,
here we're a family.
We are family. welcome to Let's Talk World with Maria Pureza. And of course, that's me, the beautiful Maria. And today, I am here to profile this young man right here beside me, Mr. Russell J. Lees.
Oh, she knows my middle initial.
I know, I don't know why I said it in the whole thing. But anyways, how you doing?
I'm good. How have you been?
Been amazing so far. Thank you so much for being part of our show, The Honeybees.
Oh, man, that was something else.
And
If you missed that, you should go back and watch it. But
it's
you know,
fun.
Yeah, but take it easy because there's a lot to unpack in that one
There's a lot of
episode.
it.
So
Anyways, I would like to know, tell us more about things that we don't know about you.
so things that you don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I should start with the beginning. Just
Go ahead.
So, I have been a chef I've been in the culinary industry for the last 20 years. I can really only say I've been a chef for about 10. I've only had my chef title for about 10 years. But last year I started a company called RX2 Consulting, and we did restaurant consulting. We helped open a couple restaurants here in Las Vegas. And that was it was an incredible experience, but it was also a horrible failure for us. It had such a shaky foundation, and things were so struggling, and it came crashing down. And after it crashed, I was just utterly depressed. Like, could not get out of bed. Like, it was so
Depression.
yeah, it was really bad. And in my lifetime, it seems like I have this constant like peaks and valleys, right? Like constantly, I work really hard. I started, when I was 28, I started working out.
Self-motivated person. Yeah.
I started working out. I lost 80 pounds. And then, 3 or 4 years later, the weight started coming back on. I started 2 companies, and both of them, were off to a good start, and then came crashing down around me.
What are these 2 companies, if I may ask?
So one was a meal prep company. It was called Muscle Russell Nutrition and Fitness. And, that was just honestly a learning experience. I made a mistake of not doing any market research before I really jumped in, or thinking that I had done the market research, even worse. And I really didn't have a whole lot of experience with market research. And when I got in and started working the company, the competition was much more fierce than I thought it was going to be. The customer base was much smaller than I originally anticipated, and my ability to produce at cost just didn't work. And so at the end of the day, I shook my head and said, I'm not going to be able to do this. The barrier to entry is just fiscally was just too high, and really not worth it. So anyway, so I let that go, and we moved kind of back into my wheelhouse, where I had come from is I came from working for one of the major hotel chains down here on the Las Vegas Strip. And they had given me some extremely specialized training as far as restaurants were going. I sat in, I worked with food and beverage analytics, I worked with food and beverage, financial people. We sat and worked with marketing companies and marketers, and really got to understand and know what it takes to have a successful restaurant. And so we took that and I leveraged that into a restaurant consulting company. And it was very successful for a while, but again, one of the things that really happened was it was, like most businesses, they're capital intensive, and you really have to have a firm understanding of how to get capital, how to use capital, and what to do when you don't have capital. And as a result of that, the other thing about it was a partnership, and my partner knew even less about it than I did. And great guy. I'm not talking trash on him. He just didn't have any experience, and
Are we talking about Ray?
Yeah, and I didn't have, I didn't have a whole lot of experience with it either. And when one day I woke up and realized that it wasn't going to work because everything had been built on this really shaky foundation. There was no stability, and so it came basically crashing down, and that was heartbreaking Like, I loved that company. I loved restaurant consulting. I loved working on restaurants and helping people with that. But it just, moving forward, it just wasn't going to work. And so I went through this period, this kind of mourning period of losing this company that I really loved and doing this thing that I really love to do. And I began to sort of realize that for all the good I've done, and all the positive stuff I've accomplished and things I've learned and abilities I've developed, that I basically kind of felt like I always got stuck in Loserville. I said, I always feel like, here I am stuck in Loserville. And I said, how the hell am I going to get out? How am I going to get out of Loserville? And I started working on this plan, and I called it the escape plan when I started, and then things started kind of moving forward, and I came up with this idea to put it all together in sort of a podcast and I called it Escaping Loserville. So this July, I'm starting my Escaping Loserville podcast. I'm launching it. I'm moving forward. There's no shortage. I think there's no shortage of people out there who have gained ground. They've lost weight and gained it back. They've invested money and lost it in an investment. They've started a company and it failed, or it was the wrong company for them. They start going or working on a degree or for a job, and all of a sudden they think, well, I would love this job because for these reasons, but then they find out they hate that job, right? So you have to start over, and you kind of always wind up back at square one, and I think many people feel like they get stuck in Loserville. And when I began looking at it and doing the research and started really diving in, I began to realize that there are some really basic disciplines that people fail to put in. There's a really great book I read called, what was it? I just finished it.
You forget
It's all about habits and having good habits, right?
Putting yourself into self-motivation mode, like keep on grinding. You have to go out there and, no matter what failure you have, you keep on fighting. And by the way, I was listening to you about failure. What is the biggest mistake business owners make while their business fail?
Well, I mean, that's no secret. You can Google the answer to that. The reason why most businesses fail is lack of capital. That's typically it. But if you really want to dive into it, the real reason why everybody actually you wind up at that spot, this lack of capital, is because you as a person lack resourcefulness, right? Here's the problem. You can't just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to be resourceful. That doesn't work. Resourcefulness is something that you build, you develop, you learn the tricks. You learn the different things that you can do. I can move this way, I can do that way, right? I can flip, when I was cooking eggs as a chef, we'd cook eggs. I could take 4 pans, hold them between my fingers, and flip 4 sets of eggs all at one time.
But that is part of your training in school, right?
No, not to flip one, yes.
Oh,
but
okay.
to hold one between each knuckle and flip all the pans at the same time, right? But that's a resource that you develop, right? So for most people, they get into a business and they go, well, now I'm going to be resourceful. Well, were you resourceful before? What did you do that was so resourceful? Where did you develop the skill of being resourceful? And in when it comes down to those pushes, those shoves, those little things, that's really a lot of why they fail. And why you wind up in that spot where capital becomes a problem is because if you were a person who was thinking resourcefully, if you were thinking, what is it that I need, right? If you are, let's say your business needs marketing, right? Okay, well, what do? You go out, you hire a PR company, you hire a marketing company, right? You're going to hire Maria and say, hey, please promote my business here, right?
Hire me, social media shows.
Right. Now, that's going to cost you money. That costs your capital, right? But on the other chance, what could you do? You could offer Maria a discount at your restaurant and say, hey, I'm going to open this restaurant. I'm going to offer you a discount. Please let me come on and
Please
talk
do.
about my show, say, hey, we'll bring you
Buy
some.
my patron.
So it really comes down to resourcefulness. Now, I'm not the genius that created this. This is all Tony Robbins. This is stuff I've learned from other people. All of this stuff is where we find ourselves in failure is resourcefulness. I think a lot of the things going after that really come down to a question of, and that's where I was, is that the question is, do I want to continue moving forward with this thing, right? Because you can never give up, but you could never give up yourself into nothing. There is a point where I think you do need to know when to cut your losses,
And you're really talking. He's really talking deeply into business. But you know what? I kind of disagree of you saying capital is the main reason why business fail, because I believe a lot of business needs advertising and marketing, because even though how much money you put into your business and nobody knows.
Yeah, but that kind of goes down to the exact same thing, though, right? Where, what is it that if you don't have capital to market, how are you still going to get your word out there? Are you going to be, you can look at guys like Gary Vaynerchuk, who he didn't have money to market Wine Library. You know what he did? He was literally on his phone 8 hours a day on social media, talking to people, texting people, saying, hey, check out my video. Hey, do this, do that, right? He was working on his business. And that gets really hard because most people, they get into this position where they get sucked into working in their business and not working on their business. So if you own a restaurant, say, right, and you're behind the cash register and you don't have money for marketing, you have a problem, because what you need to do then is put somebody else behind the cash register and then go out and be on social media marketing your restaurant. Hey guys, come by, check out the food. Hey guys, come by, right? You need to be resourceful there. And I'm not really saying that capital is what kills businesses. In the end, that is what usually does. But that's systemic.
It's part of killing businesses.
But that's systemic of lack of resourcefulness, right? Mm-hmm. What really kills businesses and makes us fail is a lack of resourcefulness. Mm. Okay? People who say they're really willing to do whatever it takes, but they won't go through their list of 2,000 friends on Facebook and every single one of them say, hey, come to my restaurant, right? If you did that every day, if you closed 10% of them, that'd be 200 people. If you got 2,000 followers, you get 200 people through your doors a day. At $10 a day or $10 a head, that's $2,000. You can be doing that, but you have to get out from behind the cash register. You have to be resourceful enough to find somebody to put them behind the cash register, and then be resourceful enough to get on your phone and talk to all your friends.
I believe it's all come down to time management and systematic procedure. You need to be systematic and everything, because like what you said, you cannot do everything. Literally, I'm doing everything in mine. And because I have a systematic procedure that I do every single day, I am, I don't have capital. Yeah. But I'm still going towards my goal. And also stay focused, because even though you have capital, you are resourceful, and you're not focused, you drink a lot. I'm just kidding.
Not anymore.
I didn't mean you, but you just admit it.
Well, we've had some moments, but yes.
Even though I drink, I'm still focused. I don't drink when I know that I have things to do at that night. Mm-hmm. I literally say no to anybody who's asking me to go here and there, because I know that I have deadlines to finish. And besides that, I'm a single mom. I still have a day job. Mm-hmm. See, I am very systematic. You have to have your focus, your system in place, and did I say focus, system, and what's the other one? Your drive to get there. Because all those things, if you have all those things, eventually the capital will come.
I agree. I don't disagree with any of that. That is exactly it, right? Is one, when you talk about time management, right? You're managing your resource. That's part of being resourceful. Mm-hmm. Is how much time do I have? What can I get done? What can I do, right? And you build systems that allow you to manage that time. But your systems also should be constantly helping you get better and better and better, so you have more and more and more time. Your system needs to be able to evolve. One of the problems I had with RX2 Consulting is our systems didn't have that evolution in them, right? We never had a position where I could stop being the restaurant consultant and move into doing sales work, right? I needed to go out and... Right?
I told him to hire me. I don't know why he didn't hire me.
I'm a failure. But like, I didn't have any systems for balancing my time management. And I put in 6 months of 20-hour days. And by the time we got done, I pulled the plug on it. I crashed. It was a horrible crash. And
let me tell you something. It happens for a reason.
I think
there is another door opening for you.
Yeah, I think that anybody who wants to achieve, wants to dream, achieve goals, or deliver value. I think anybody that really wants value, I think that's what I think. They're always going to go, blew up in my face. What did I learn? And without that, you really don't get there. I don't think anybody who has that mindset and has that habit of always looking at, what didn't work, why it didn't work, what can we do better next time. If you have that habit, I don't think you're going to make a few. If you shoot 1,000,000 baskets, you're eventually going to make a few, even if you're not a great basketball player.
Well, where do we see Russell is in probably about from now?
So hopefully my real dream is that I'll be able to fully move out from the kitchen. I am looking at taking over a couple places. I've got talking to a couple guys up in Portland, Oregon right now. But all of that needs to move from the kitchen to basically being online. I'm really hoping to make Escaping Loserville just blow up and be really great.
I think that's a great title of a show or a company.
I think it's going to be good. And then... I think no matter what, I'm gonna
comment, or what do you suggest to all people out there who's trying to strive for becoming successful in their business? What do you think? What can you give them as an advice?
One, listen to Escaping Loserville podcast on July 5th.
July 5th.
That'll help you guys out a lot. The biggest thing that I can say is, I'll tell you, have a morning routine. The number one thing that you can actually do is have a morning routine. This is the one thing that you can do that will grow your willpower. It will build your discipline. Have it, follow it religiously. Everything else for the rest of the day can be all over the place. If you start following this morning routine, the rest of the day will take care of itself. Win the morning, win the day.
Yes, so morning routine and time management focus. Make sure you are focused on your morning routine because, we are just human. Everything happens around us. Million things can actually come crashing towards us, and we actually lose control, lose focus. So yes, I like that. But anyways, guys, I believe we're going to have another guest on the next segment to come. So please stay tuned. I'll be right back. Thank you so much, Russell.
Thank you.
social media shows
is about
branding opportunity.
and outreach
We are an entertainment company that empowers others.
by promoting and supporting our community.
and everyone who reaches our content.
here on social media shows.
Here we're a family.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
We are family.
We are family.
We are family.
We are a family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well,
Welcome back to Let's Talk World, and that was an interview with Russell Lees. And I'm gonna remove the J for now. But anyways, thank you so much. We had so thank you. But anyways, I also have here Miss Catrice Thomas, aka Miss Diva of Las Vegas. I wanna add that.
Yes, out of Detroit actually. I only been here 2 years.
Oh yeah, 2 years. From where? Michigan?
Detroit, Michigan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I came from Minnesota.
Get out.
All the way
that's
northern.
not far. I drove here, made it a venture.
We
First-
drove from Minnesota to here.
Did you? It's my first time ever leaving Detroit.
Did you went through Yellowstone?
I came through.
South
I went to
Dakota?
Wichita. I went to Denver, and I didn't
Oh,
do
you
any
went to
night
the other
driving.
way, yes.
And I just drove right on in.
Yes, you went to the other way. We
Yeah.
was gonna take that,
Wow.
when we moved here. So, but
My parents had a condo here 18 years. This was the winter months because
Oh.
Michigan weather, you know how that goes.
yes.
So you know the weather was bad. So they always kept a condo here. Dad passed away, mom got old, and I'm just here.
Nice.
So I just came here.
Congratulations for the
Yeah.
move. And you're
Yeah.
single for
Yeah, single.
She's
Never been
single.
married.
I was gonna say she's single for over 35 years.
Yes, never been married.
Never been married, and she have a comedy show,
Yes, I
and
have.
also she's a radio
Yep.
personality.
I have a radio show every Friday at on the TuneIn on Rise Radio. That's Rise with a Z, and also I have a comedy CD out on Amazon.
Nice.
Entitled Spitfire. Is even on YouTube, and you download it right to your phone.
Amazing.
The comedy. I'm actually dressed up like my dad, and it was in honor to my dad's Father's Day last year. I done a live CD.
Nice.
Yeah, here in
beautiful.
Vegas. Yeah, I've
So
been
can
around.
we have a comedian at social media shows, right?
Yeah.
Viewers, say yes.
Aw,
Hello,
thank you so
Brian
much.
Garcia. Thank you for tuning in, and hello, Norma Castillo. I'm really sorry, but I don't have my phone with us. It's all. Let me explain this. Honeybee's Women Empowerment Show is for all of us women, all of us.
right.
This show has no permanent hosts or hostesses, but everybody is free to come back and not, and come back and not. It's fine. The main thing is we can come together in one show where we can chew up guys ass. No, just kidding. Where we can actually empower other people. Sorry, I am that kind. But anyways, so let's see here. Yeah, I just met this woman.
I'm
right
in the hot
here.
seat. Oh, my
Yes,
God.
she is in the hot seat. But you know what? It's all for good.
Okay.
You know, a lot of this is our 41st episode of Let's Talk World.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Well, anyways, tell us more about the moving. What makes you move to Vegas, and what do you expect to be here in Vegas?
You know, my son got grown, and he's like 39 now, and I decided to just change my life around. And one of the things I had never
bring
did.
him with him?
Yeah, he came a year later,
Oh.
and now he didn't got married and moved on.
Oh.
And it's like I wanted to change my life around. And that's what made me single, no grandkids, and I've never left Detroit. I said to myself, it's time for a change. So my stepmom, actually, my real mom died in '03. So this
I'm
is
so
actually my
sorry.
stepmom. And my dad was married 46 years to her. And she says, why don't you go out there and move in the condo? And I says, what? She says, yeah, just going out there. It's been empty 2 years. And something just clicked. I never drove the road, so you know it was God. And I drove, my girlfriend drove with me, and she flew back to Detroit. I drove here and made
It's
it
a
an
nice
adventure.
drive. It's
And
a
I went to
very
Wichita,
nice.
and I stayed there 4 days with my brother. And I tore the town up with comedy, because it was quiet. So I came here to Vegas, and I've been here 2 years and 4 months. I've been in 2 movies. I ripped all the clubs here.
What are the movies?
Crystal, one just came out with E. Adams.
Uh-huh.
I'm in that.
Oh, yes. Yes,
He was the
yes.
star. Bro.
Yes.
I was in that.
Were you
Yep.
on his birthday party?
Did I make the birthday party? It was a show before the birthday party, but I was there. Me and him have done a lot of stuff together.
So you were on the birthday party of E.C. Adams.
I think I was at the birthday party, or was it Michael? Michael was at it wasn't me. I made the other one before then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he knows me very well. We have been on the same stage and stuff like that.
Shout out to E.C. Adams.
E.C. Adams, I
He's
love
been
him.
on this hot seat twice.
I heard. I love him. So yeah, that
I
last
love him
movie.
too.
Did you see the movie Crystal? It
Not
was at
yet,
the Sun
not
Coast.
yet, not
well,
yet, yes.
we were just there a month ago. So I have the pleasure of being in that movie, Miss Michelle.
Yes.
Shout out to Miss Michelle. She found me hilarious. A lot of the things I've been in, people can't stop laughing. I'm an old school comedian. They calling me Moss Mabel, Richard Pryor, Monique. So, you know, yeah. So I've been doing comedy my whole life for free.
Wow.
Never thought about getting paid. Now the motivational
Girl.
part came in is,
Girl.
I know it's time, right?
Yes.
Now the motivational part is,
Girl.
I come here, women. I teach the women. My dream is to be a motivational comedy speaker because I always talk to women that's broken because I was broken. So if I can help another woman, that's my passion. Helping women love themselves again. I didn't always love Miss Diva.
Thank you.
I didn't always thought I was beautiful. I never thought that. So
I'm glad you open your eyes. I'm glad you're awake.
Yeah. And
What
even when
awakened you?
Yeah.
What did awaken you?
I got tired of not having a meaningful relationship, never being married at 54, and I'm like, something's wrong. That's why I say now, when you get older, you love yourself. You know, you expect that king to walk in your life, and that man to know that you love yourself. Because now when you meet men, they can tell when you don't love yourself, and they'll play on that. But if they know that you, and they'll go, oh, okay, let me treat her like that queen. And I tell women that, and I teach them every story I've been through, bad and good. That's what makes me unique. I'm not afraid to tell them. Hey, girl, I was used like that before. Hey, girl, you got to lift yourself. And that's what I do. I motivate women through my comedy. You know, you remember the movie Madea? You know how Madea do?
Yes.
So I use that with women. I said, don't you do that no more. I hit you in the head. You give him another check here, I'll choke you. You stop taking care of that man. And you can tell just as good when a woman take care of a man, she just as broke. It takes a lot to take care of a man. And you can tell.
I don't want to take care of a man.
That's what I'm saying. And you don't supposed to do that.
They're supposed to take care of you, not
Yeah.
you taking. I think it's a difference. You know, that's what actually a lot of women is confused these days.
Yeah.
They think that they are looking for a man for them to take care.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you are looking for a man to take care of you,
That's
woman.
right. Yeah.
That's how it is.
right.
If they cannot take care of you, they don't deserve to be taken care of.
That's what inspired my comedy. I am just like my dad. So he taught me how to think like a man and act like a lady already. So you know what he used to say?
Right.
He say, you know what? Don't let the man use you and me. Okay? If he know you're going to call you daddy, he's going to continue to tell you to call you daddy. Don't let no man use you laying next to no man. Don't call me for nothing. If you got a man, don't you call your daddy for nothing. He made that clear. He said, don't let them use me and you.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And then he made sense.
Yeah.
He said, if that man know you can keep calling me, he going to say, call your daddy. He going to help you use me. Say, don't let the man use both of us. So a lot of my comedy is true stories, and my dad taught me well about men. And so when I tell the women, that's why I get so much attention when I'm doing comedy. Women look at me like I'm in class, and I'm telling comedy because it's true. Yeah, so yeah, my dad taught me a lot about men.
Don't ever let your man use you
That's
and your
right.
dad.
And don't never settle. Don't never settle.
Don't settle, yes.
Yeah.
Don't settle for less.
Yeah.
You know, if you cannot handle it, because
That's
like
right.
us women, we tend, you know, I'm not being, you know, the so empowered,
That's right.
so powerful woman that
Right.
can handle everything. I'm
That's
just
right.
a human that sometimes I get fooled or
Yeah.
I get manipulated too,
Yeah.
but then I know where to stop it.
That's right.
I know when I said, oh, hold on, this is already a three strike.
That's right.
I'm like, man,
That's right.
back off.
That's right.
You have to
That's right.
know when to stop.
I've been here 2 years, and I'm still trying to date. And I'm not picky. And I'm just saying, you know, I'm sitting at a light and a guy trying to talk to me. He's on a bicycle. What do you mean? You're looking at a diva. I don't need nobody. And most men think your middle name is Uber. If you don't have a vehicle, stay at home.
Yeah, stay at
I
home.
tell him in my comedy, quit trying to date. If you don't have nothing, stay home. And if your little thing go out, be humble. Stop acting tough when this is not working. I tell it on stage. And quit trying to holler at women and you live at home with your mama. If there's a china cabinet in the living room, you live with your mama. It's sad. These men out here still at home now.
Yep,
Over 50.
Yep.
So
over
and
50.
and they look at me, oh, she's just being, no, it's true. And you have to require, ladies. If you don't require, he won't do.
Yeah.
Like your friend said that she built this man up with his company.
Yeah.
You don't build a man up.
No.
He's supposed to build each other. You built him up and you didn't require. So when you built him up, he would have found some other pretty little Barbie doll. Because I don't need you anymore because you didn't require. So my daddy's name was, you know what, you got to require. You must require. If you don't require a man to do nothing, he's not going to do it.
Yes, ask.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And if you got to ask him, if he love you, that's why I tell people, when I'm dating, I don't look for the looks and all this. You better go with the heart. Because if you get that man heart, he's going to do everything for you. And if he gets you easy, he's not going to do. It was too easy. You didn't get him to do nothing. And I tell women, you must require. You must tell a man when you first meet
I
him.
think I kind of disagree with that. You know
What do you
why?
mean?
It's because I've been dating,
Okay.
and I dated a man I dated 2 years ago. I dated this guy.
Mhm.
He keep on asking for a second date. I don't give out second date. Never did.
Really?
Yeah, I one date enough.
Okay.
You know, I run away after. Even though I like you,
I
I
got
run
you.
away. See
Okay.
what I'm saying?
I got you.
Now, so he tried to date me again a few months after, so keep on dating again. And after that, we hang out together.
Okay.
But I still, all the red flags is out there.
See?
So I really don't want
See?
to move forward with
Yeah.
this man.
And you know right off though.
Yeah, I know.
Nowadays when you meet
Yes.
somebody, you know.
will. Yes,
You know
I
it.
know.
You know right off.
So yeah, and then afterwards, I'm kind of trying. He's kind of trying, and then I think I kind of like it, but I don't.
I got you.
Yeah, and because I have other things to do, I'm not ready for relationship. I'm totally
Gotcha.
not.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's my fault too. So
Yeah, because you are beautiful.
Oh,
but
thank
you know what
you. You
happened?
are,
You are gorgeous.
you're-
You are gorgeous.
You are
I can
gorgeous.
imagine. I know they be at you.
Thank
But you know, they don't realize when you have a career and a man wants you in this day and age, they got to be a little about what you're doing too. Because if they're not into what you're doing,
they're
you
not.
don't like me.
That's another flag, red flag
Say it
for
again.
me. Red flag.
If I tell a man I got a CD out and he never buys it or even mention about
Yes.
it, guess what? He's trying to get the snapper.
Yep. Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
He's not interested in Miss Diva. If he's interested in Diva, he's going to get into my comedy.
Yeah. Full commitment
That's
to
right.
this one.
He's not into you. Because if a man like you, he going to be in here trying to do all this. Oh, I got you, honey. Oh, I'll bring the gas. He's going to be into that. But if I get a man that don't never come to my comedy show.
But I have a man like that that is all into this one, but I don't have any I don't have any feelings.
Are you serious? Why do it always work out like that? It's the men that you don't want to do everything for you. You'd be like, oh, God, please stop doing that. Don't do that no more, baby. I don't want you.
Yeah, can you please walk out?
I know. You get that a lot, don't you? So are you picky? Because I'm not. At my age, I got to go with the heart who loves me.
I think more of, I'm not ready.
You're not ready. Oh, poor
Yeah.
sweetie. You're
I'm
so
not ready
pretty.
for anything.
You're not going to have no problem. You're gorgeous. You're not
Thank
gonna
you.
You're
Thank
fine.
you, but I'm having problems. So if anybody want to date me there, I have like 13 people in social media shows. We're all going to the date.
Wow. Well, I'm in.
I'm in. You're the 14th.
Yeah, I am trying to date. And I'm not picky. I don't care about the color. Never. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
sweetie.
that's fine.
Never cared about the color. Coming from Detroit, we grew up around all races. My mom didn't have that. She says we're gonna die. We're all God's children. So we never had the race thing. So white men love me. I tell them on stage, Caucasian men love the diva. And I like Caucasian men. I like all men. I don't care what color, blue. Long as you treat me like the queen I am, you can be psychedelic.
This is psychedelic. I
Yes,
love that.
yes.
Well, anyways, you are doing comedy.
Yes.
You are. What gets you into comedy?
I was born with it. I made people laugh for so long, never got paid.
Oh, so you
Nope.
just love
Nope.
making people laugh.
And always have. And that's when my mom said, come here. They'll love that old school. I'm like Red Fox and Richard Pryor. And I've been here 2 years and they know me because of the old school. Nobody's doing old school comedy.
So can we have a sample? No, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna get her back later.
Yeah, we'll give you back.
Some other time.
Yeah, I'll send you something. I got something for you. Don't worry.
Oh my God, I love it.
I got
Alrighty.
you.
Well, anyways, there you go. I'm trying to get this so that we can go.
But if they want to hear my comedy, they can go to Amazon or Tidal or Spify or either YouTube. I'm everywhere, and they can download my CD. I have an hour CD with my interview on there.
Yeah.
Tells you everything about me and my dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and that's on Amazon.
On Amazon. Divas Comedy on Amazon.
Divas Comedy.
I'm
Don't
the
forget
first
about-
comedian you're going to see dress up like her dad. I had a suit on, gaiters, and my dad smoked blunt. So I did his
Blunt
whole...
is marijuana, right?
marijuana.
Okay.
And I done a whole thing with him, and then with me, and they put the CD together.
Nice.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. Dedication last year to my dad's Father's Day.
Well, thank you so much for gracing my show, Miss.
Thank you so much for having
Miss
me.
Diva, and go and find her CD at Amazon
Title.
titled.
It's on Spify, and it's on. It's even on PlayStation
Oh.
and YouTube.
It's all over the place.
Yes.
So go ahead and
Yes.
and download her comedy so it makes you laugh. It's an old style comedy. you
It's the
said.
old school comedy,
Old
and they're gonna
school.
laugh because everything is off bar. I don't hold them up. I don't hold them
She
up.
doesn't hold up anything.
I don't hold 'em up.
Yeah, no, she doesn't hold up. But anyways, thank you so much. And
Thank
for
you for
those
having
people out there who's watching us, thank you so much for keep on supporting my show, supporting social media shows. And today, later today, we're gonna be rebroadcasting the Dark Music Television at around 7 p.m. The show that went on last week actually will go rebroadcast today. And then tomorrow, in the office with Joseph Skoda. And before I forgot, JC?
Not here.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, and also the Gizzy and his frenemy up later today. And